Well, we are starting today's video with a little bit of an investment, you could say. 1,000 GP in order to purchase my first ever player-owned house on this account. As you can see, looking in the bank here, I don't really have too much. As a matter of fact, I only have untradeable items. And of course, all of my cats and my fishing pet as well. In the inventory for this video, just a rune pouch that contains 1,000 dust runes as well as 1,000 law runes. As it goes for the gear setup, just a little fashion scape with the eternal glory. That is going to be used for banking, and the rune pouch with the law and dust runes is going to be used for teleporting to the player-owned house in Rimmington. What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. Today I bring you guys 10 hours of picking up items at the house portal in World 330. Everything will be tracked and everything will be picked up, featuring outside the portal as well as inside the portal. For the majority of this video, I will be outside the player-owned house portal, and I will definitely be picking up anything that spawns on the ground. Now, if I do happen to see someone advertising a drop party or someone promoting dropping bones or something like that in their player-owned house, I will actually go into the portal, I will explore this player's house, and I will try to take advantage of the drop party, take advantage of all the bones dropped, and hopefully we can make some money in a time span of 10 hours. On the side, we do have a little bit of pumping going on my 50 attack pure. This requires just a few clicks every 25 minutes, as well as a little bit of mage training on the main. I had to choose two very laid-back activities that require almost no concentration because we have to be fully focused in today's grind. Any item that does spawn on the ground, anyone can pick up, and although it looks like this area is empty right now, that is only because I have my entity hider turned on, which means that all these other players, I'm not going to be able to see them until I turn the entity hider off, and the reason for that is just because I can have a much better line of sight on if any items spawn on the ground. It's a much easier area to see if it's 100% clear versus if there's a lot of players. Managed to get a few dragon bones in this inventory, not too bad at all. Using the rune pouch and one dust, one law rune, we get right back to the player-owned house portal, and with that eternal glory, banking will cost me nothing this whole video. One of the reasons why I've done videos like this in the past, as you can see on screen there, is just because of the variety of items that you can get. Unfortunately, this third age pickaxe was not actually a third age pickaxe, but what is that? Superior dragon bones drop at Jricha. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Jricha 93's house. Well, it certainly looks nice in here. I'm glad the air conditioning is turned on. Where are these superior dragon bones? Oh, there they are. Okay, well, the goal is to hopefully obtain as many drops from this drop party as possible. I really don't know how often drop parties are held while people train prayer in World 330 at Rimmington, but anytime anyone advertises it and I see it, I will be attending. The point of this video is to obtain as many drops as possible inside and outside the portal. Majority of it being outside because these drop parties, you know, they could be common, they could be uncommon. We're still in hour 1 right now. As you can see, having entity hider on really does come in handy for just having a better sight on these bones, but I haven't really been able to get so many at this point just because there's a lot of competition for these bones, and I can't blame them. Free prayer XP. I mean, for me, I'm on a one prayer account, so I don't ever intend on using these bones, but I certainly will sell them, and money is money, so hopefully this white and blue turns into green. Alright, we got some superior dragon bones. The blue ones there, over 20k a piece. These lava dragon bones, 3.8k, as well as some normal dragon bones. It's nice to not see big bones on the ground. These bones are worth some serious cash, and now that I have a full inventory, I'm going to simply go bank as quickly as possible, and we're going to get right back to Rimmington. Simply use the house board and go on to Jricha 93's house. This guy dropping quite a few bones for the community here. Wonder if anything else is gonna spawn. Remember, the advertisement said just superior dragon bones. I didn't hear anything about lavas, so this is all a little bit extra if you ask me, but it is stacking up nicely, and it looks like the inventory is filling up. So far, I can officially confirm that the drops inside inside the house portal are much better and much more valuable than outside the house portal. Oh my goodness, there's a whip on the ground. All right, we got there's another whip. We got to go for these whips. All right, we got one. That's 1.6 mil. What an amazing drop party. There's still whips that are spawning, still bones to pick up. I mean, this is about to be another filled inventory, and I just got to say thank you very much. Very generous of this guy, Jricha, to be having a drop party while hosting the POH. A really cool thing about the Gilded Altar hosts is that I don't know anyone who does it personally, and I would love to like sit down with someone who's been doing it for years and like ask them how much GP they make. But yeah, there is a tipping jar in these player-owned houses, and people do tend to tip the person who runs the POH. So this could be a potential way for players to make money, and as you can see, they are giving back some of that money by the means of all of these whip drops, so many bone drops, and this is just one guy's house. I mean, this was the first one that I stumbled upon. Coming from an outsider such as myself, I was definitely impressed for the very first hour here. Got multiple full inventories full of great dragon bones, lava dragon bones, and as well as superior dragon bones. Only managed to get one whip out of the dozen that seemed to be dropped, but that's okay. It's still just an hour in, and the profit is looking hefty so far. I was running around picking up so many bones that I was almost out of energy, but luckily we're in a player-owned house, and there's a rejuvenation pool just a couple feet away. I did happen to ask the owner of this player-owned house, Jricha, what his biggest tip was that someone left him in the tip jar, and although I didn't record his answer, I believe he said it was either 240 mil or 260 mil. So that is a crazy amount to see someone tip, and I often wonder if I did 10 hours of hosting the POH Gilded Altar, how much money do you guys think I would make from that? Leave it in the comment section below. There's no reason for me to do that video because there's like no well of goodwill or anything, so I wouldn't really know what to do with that GP, and yeah, we're certainly not going to do a drop party. We see what happens with that. But either way, this video is basically one big drop party. I mean, that's where most of this money is going to come from in today's price check. I could stand outside the portal if there's no active drop party going on. I certainly will be outside the portal, but there's no way that you're going to get such good bone drops outside the portal like you are inside. And really, this was a clutch time to encounter a drop party. For some strange reason, I started this video at like 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern time zone about 3 or 4 days ago. So I ran into this house at a very strange time, but it just proves that it doesn't have to be peak player count time for you to get lucky on this game and make some money at a drop party in World 330. I mean, this was very early in the morning on a weekday, and it still worked out beautifully. As you can see, this was a very long, ongoing drop party, but I didn't give up. I picked up as much as I could, and wow, what a difference it was going into the portal versus standing outside the portal. 1 hour has been completed. Let's check out the loot. I really do love the concept, though, that someone gets tipped money for hosting an altar and a POH, and in return, they're doing drop parties for the community. I mean, that's awesome to see people giving back GP like that. It's really what makes this game even more special than it already is, and the fact that you can make 2.7 mil in 1 hour just from picking up items at 3:30, and it's really just all luck and timing. I want to just point that out. Like, results definitely will vary if you try to do this. I just think it's really cool to explore different areas in RuneScape because, you know, drop parties are still a thing, and yeah, I just thought it was really cool of this guy, Jricha. Shout out to him on screen there, him and his Third Age Melee. You know, I'm a big fan of Third Age Melee, as a matter of fact. It's one of my favorite fashionscapes on my alt. So cheers to you, Jricha93. Thank you for your generosity. And to even top things off, someone in his POH actually gave me a whip. I don't know if it was because I was a lower level or what. Maybe my 99 magic cape isn't impressing many people here, but yeah, that's so cool. Shout out to both of them. It is good to give, which is why after I was done with this video, I contacted Jay and I gave him a nice little 25 mil, which he actually declined, which is hilarious. He didn't want to accept it. It's just so fucking sweet. And finally, he agreed to accept it on the condition that he drops it. So he's going to have another drop party with it. I'm not sure if he already did that. This was a little bit ago, but yeah, that's just so great. Gotta love this community, man. But anyway, that was the first hour. Not gonna lie, it took quite a while for the next drop party to begin. So we're just gonna let these hours float on by and dance around, see if we can pick up anything off the ground outside the portal, and we'll see if anything exciting happens. I've never really spent a whole lot of time in World World 330, but man, am I glad that I did. Look at all this. This is just Edgeville Bank. We got desert devil fur on the ground. We got a little bit of meat on the ground. We got spam bots in Edgeville, just like every other world. But yeah, this is just so cool. You turn off Entity Hider and look at all of these people. So many people. Well, I did spot in that mass of people. Someone said that in this POH there will be dragon bones dropped. So we'll go ahead and keep gathering these up. Yeah, you don't really need any requirements to do something along the lines of this. And I will say that the POH in Rimmington and World 330 is certainly not the only place that you can take advantage of drop parties or simply just items that other players drop on the ground just because they feel like dropping them. The Grand Exchange is a hot spot for this, and I have not yet covered a video of me picking up items at the Grand Exchange, so this is a pretty good insight just to what you can get outside and inside of the player-owned house portal. One item that definitely stood out was a skilling necklace that I did manage to get. It only had one charge left in it, but you have to wonder, why did somebody drop that? Well, you know, I guess I don't need to really know why, but I know I'm picking it up, so there's a nice little addition to the price check. There's also surrounding imps around this location that people do tend to kill, which, yeah, that's okay with me. I mean, they're just imps, but at the end of the day, they drop beads, and I'll be picking those up as well. Never underestimate a drop on the ground. You never know what is going to be dropped on that ground, what is going to go through and come through that door. You just never know. Didn't really obtain a whole lot of dragon bones from that previous drop party, but I got a little bit of about half of an inventory, and then I just continued to pick up all of these random items. My public chat was on the whole time, and I did this video spread across of about 3 days, about 3.5 hours a day for 3 different days in the morning and a little bit in the evening times. But yeah, it was really hard to kind of dictate and tell where the drop parties were on what days. I wasn't like actively looking around in Discords or clan chats. You can definitely go the extra mile though if you want to look into that. But yeah, I do find it interesting to just pick up random items on the ground, and I think this all kind of started about a year ago when I did that Guardians of the Rift video, picking up all the runes on the ground there, and since then it's just kind of evolved from fishing trawler to now player-owned house parties, and yeah, it's really cool, I gotta say. It's a very interesting thing to do on RuneScape, just picking up items. Alright, well, after many hours, I have finally infiltrated another drop party. There we have 25 rune scimitars, beautifully noted, and I got that, but all these dragon scimitars, 100 noted lava dragon bones, 1,000 chaos and death runes. Not able to pick up any of this stuff. Oh, there's 1,000 natures. I'll take that. Yeah, I left Entity Hider on, so I'm seeing all the other players, which is okay. Little competition. Looks like there was 250 noted dragon bones, and yet again another whip. My goodness, it would be nice to pick up another one of those. All right, let me go ahead and remove these players so I can see more clearly. Perfect. Oh, there we go. 50 of these. Beautiful. 50 superior dragon bones. That is amazing. Thank you again. Who's the owner of this house? Oh, there he is. Join WG. It looks like he's a part of Wilderness Guardians, the oldest active clan across both games. Founded in 2003. What a legend. Well, he's been around for a long time. He's been helping out the community. 25 mil to you, good sir. Looks like you're not only a part of a good clan, but you're a good person as well. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the drop parties, and good luck with your hosting. Hope you get all the big donations, my man. Well, I gotta say, out of the 10 hours that I spent here, those were the 2 biggest drop parties that I personally ran into. That is all dependent on luck and timing. I mean, otherwise, I'm just outside the portal, grinding, trying to get these items. 692 steel nails. All sorts of unique items, because there are just so many people. And you can bet on there being some items on the ground to pick up if you're in an area that has a huge amount of people, like the World 330 house portal. Alright, so I just scouted out someone trying to buy a Varrock teleport tablet for 500k. Let's see if we can get it to him in time. There we go. Whether it's players that just want to train prayer or rejuvenate their stats or skills, or maybe just use the portal nexus in someone else's house to get to where you need to go, there's always going to be a reason for people to come here. And if anything, I wish I would have just came here sooner. I think it would be really cool to just kind of hang out here, host every now and again, and yeah, it's just a nice place to be. So shout out to World 330. Never been my home world and never been my world of choice just because of the amount of people, but wow, was I happy with everything that I encountered in this world. And yeah, I did run into another house. I didn't really get to familiarize myself too much with this player's house, but I did manage to get a couple more superior dragon bones at the end here. And yeah, it's just nice to see that there's like 3 or 4 people so far that are hosting the Gilded Altar and also dropping things simultaneously. You know, it's nice to make some side money, and it's nice to try new things out. So yeah, it's very, very cool to get all these bones, and I'm just going to be selling everything that I got from this video in the bank. We're going to be doing 2 different price checks. One of the price checks is going to be all of the junk. We're going to sell all of that, and the other price check is going to be all of the expensive items. Well, there we have it. 10 hours of picking up items in World 330 has been completed, and overall, let's go ahead and take a look at the loot tab. 7.5 mil made in 10 hours time. 750k an hour just from standing around. The highlights from this one is 127 superior dragon bones, 58 lavas, and 42 dragons, 2 abyssal whips, 25 rune scimitars, 1000 nature runes, and 500k. That money came from the guy that overpaid for a Varrock teleport tablet. Thank you. Well, I should say thank you to whoever dropped that tablet for me to pick up and then resell for 500k. First ever time I've done that before. And as you can see, just scrolling through the rest of the bank, a lot of junk, a lot of furniture, a little bit of food and potions, and just a lot of strange objects and items. So let's go ahead and try to sell everything. Pretty surprised at the results. 7.5 mil. I was not expecting to make this much money. So that was just, yeah, that was really surprising. But I'm really glad that I infiltrated those drop parties. Definitely could have made more, and I definitely could have made less, because it's all random when it comes to picking up items. Well, after everything sold that was inexpensive, it looks like I made about 107k. And then we got the 500k from that one guy, and now we're at 607k, so we're gonna go ahead and sell everything else that is actually of value. But yeah, just to think that had I not gotten lucky at these drop parties, I would have most likely made 107k from 10 hours. But hey, luckily that did not happen. Once everything did sell, I collected and claimed my money. 7.2 mil is the overall result. I decided to keep the skilling necklace just as a memento, and yeah, that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any suggestions on where you'd like me to go next in game and pick up items, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Big thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, Gentle Jester, DaeDogGaming, and xXzoticx. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep out.